Time for Dan Barrero's Top 5 at 5. Brought to you by Gutter Helmet of Minnesota. Never clean your gutters again. Learn more at gutterhelmetmn.com.
Inbox in about 30, jg at KFAN.com for any late submissions to, I would think, could be a very controversial and entertaining Top 5 at 5. How would you characterize the letters to this point?
Letters are solid. Letters are very solid. We have a lot of good entries.
Okay.
And we just heard from some regulars during that last break. I have up on the board, we call it putting it in queue. I can hear my email sounder if my microphone's not on. And so during the last break, it was just ding, ding,
buzzing,
ding, ding, ding. It was buzzing.
Oh, that's good.
The writers are motivated, which is good.
Here's a Top 5 at 5 question coming in. This is from Clayton out of Rochester. Does Gaardsy have FOMO not being in Iowa to have a catch?
That's so funny.
With the Twins, #Costner.
It's so funny you say that. I was going to say, when you said how would you characterize, I thought you were going to say Top 5 at 5. And this is, to me, the FOMO edition of the Top 5 at 5. And I'm mad at myself.
Well, you could still get there.
No, I couldn't get there. And
how far is it from here?
About 4.
Oh, it's that?
Yeah,
it's a little more than I realized.
Okay, 4.
All right.
And like 2
weeks.
If
it goes extras?
I could make it, yeah, if they had a rain delay.
Yeah.
I am a little concerned about the drainage at the Field of Dreams. It's been raining kind of on and off all day.
Yeah, it's not perfect weather right now, right?
No, it's not. And it's very humid. And so like 2 weeks ago, we got the email about, last call for credentials, and I was looking at tickets because you could get them on SeatGeek, and they were absurd for tonight. But I actually have more FOMO that 2 days ago, the Saints played against the Iowa Cubs, and tickets were like $50.
I remember you saying
and
that.
I think they dropped even lower. And I texted Tim Hyde, our old promotions guy, who's married to my cousin, who's my dad's favorite son, even though I'm his only son. I'm like, should we scoop my dad up and just go on Tuesday? And he, of course, is in because he's a Field of Dreams rube like I am. We went to the 25th anniversary, and when we watched the movie in the cornfield, had catch with my dad. It was the greatest. So to answer Clayton's question, I'm annoyed with myself. Grimm's there, Don Mitchell, Jim Rich, a lot of Minnesota media.
Yeah, you blew it.
I blew it.
Yeah,
I blew it.
I'm not gonna make you feel any better.
And I don't want you to make me feel better because I'm annoyed because Joe Mauer's there playing catch with his son. Mornosi's there.
Yeah.
Like, this is a bad call by me. A year ago when they announced this, I said I should go, and you mocked me.
I did.
But that's how I didn't go. But I'm very bitter.
Yeah.
I'm very disappointed in myself because I should have gone.
The ABS system not used there. Did you see that?
I didn't.
Yeah, there's no appealing, I guess because of the technological limitations of that environment.
Yeah, you can't throw all that stuff in the cornfield.
You can't appeal a ball and a strike. And where, let's take a look at it. System has actually, I think, worked very well because it's quick.
Yes.
It's prompt.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
And you know what it does, what it confirms to me, I know this won't be popular in a town where everybody wants to rip umpires and referees, is
they're pretty good.
They're damned good.
Yeah.
Because 9 times out of 10, if they get overturned, it's by like a 64th of an inch.
It shouldn't count.
It's well, that easily could have been a ball or a strike. That's how close it was. That's, to me, where umpires, I would say, are we going to have Tim Cheetah at the fair again?
Absolutely.
Because if we are, that's going to be my pushback to him, because he's anti. But I'm going to say it may be the best thing that's ever happened to umpires, because what it has confirmed is how often they are right on the money, or it's so microscopic on either side of a ball or a strike that they can't get ripped for the call. Anyway.
I mentioned in the tease, if you build it, Byron Buxton will be activated off the injured list, and he has been. Buck will be back tonight. Taj Bradley is the pitcher for the Twins. Aaron Nola, the pitcher for the Phillies. Let me see. Buxton, looks like they have him in the second spot in the lineup here at ESPN. You can watch it on Netflix, and I don't even think I'll do that because I'm so annoyed with myself.
Think It Ain't Gal says she was there in 2016 when it was 100 degrees.
Yeah.
I got to believe the corn sweat there is through the roof.
Off the charts.
Right?
Now, remind me, have you ever been to the movie site?
No, I have not.
Okay. It is cool.
I'm sure it is.
I mean, and they've done there was a time where it was like, lot of farms
Yeah,
about
sure.
to go under.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like in the movie,
Yeah.
about to go under. Spoiler alert. And they found enough, people or whatever. And obviously, events like this, I'm sure, help it substantially. And they've got little league fields now, kind of in the area of Dyersville. And this is a miss. Like I don't know if I'll put it up there with like Mariah Carey, Jimmy Jam's house for you.
For me,
but it's pretty close.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Given my affinity for the movie.
Yeah.
And so I'm very annoyed. But you know what?
So we expect Buck, if he's going, he's going to be in the lineup.
Yeah, I think the lineup on ESPN right now.
DH or center?
They have him in center.
Okay, good.
They have him in center. So we think that's what's going to happen.
All right.
So 6:30 on Netflix for those of you interested. Just know I'm really annoyed.
Yeah, I can tell. You're taking this even harder than I thought you might.
It's just so funny that Clayton knew exactly where I was going. Because I texted Dustin Morris, our guy with the Twins. I said, I have serious FOMO. The other thing, too, is I felt like a fraud in a way because I haven't been credentialed to any Twins game all year.
Yeah, I haven't either.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, usually we'll go to a handful.
Yeah.
I used to go to a lot more before
bunch.
kids and stuff. We used to go all the time to the noon games when the park opened.
Well, hell, when we thought we were going to get the Twins, we were there every week. Remember those days?
I do. I didn't know. I wasn't privy to those conversations. I just liked the new ballpark. I mean, we sat next to each other with Kirkchin in the dome.
You're right. That's
We're old
true.
school ball guys. But I had that, inner turmoil. Like, do I really ask him for a credential for this game when I haven't shown up all season? Like,
I don't think you have to worry about that.
I know, but I wanted to
understand.
I had a little bit of
You gotta be
self-awareness
professional.
about that. The Timberwolves schedule. The other thing that I'm always irrationally excited about, not sure why, because we know they're going to play everybody in the NBA. We just don't know when. I have identified the Krager's week. Though.
Oh, okay.
The Krager's week, where maybe this is the next bumper-to-bumper trip in 2027. We'll get to it in a minute. But the Wolves open the season. We knew this already on the road Wednesday, October 21st against Giannis, who we could have drafted, and the Miami Heat.
And that's a national game, correct?
It is not.
Oh, I thought it was. I misread that.
No,
Okay.
not according to this schedule. Oh, it is. It's on ESPN.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It has a minus sign. There we go. I had to cross-reference it. Then we stay in Florida. We take on the Magic that Friday. The home opener, Saturday, October 25th, against maybe Kawhi Leonard and the Toronto Raptors. They have 27 national TV games. That's down from a year ago. They've got more on the big networks, apparently. I haven't broken that down than they did a year ago. They play on
We're
Christmas.
well represented on NBC, I think.
Yeah, I think it's 8.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's where we might be up, even though our overall, I think, is down slightly. But we're still... I thought we might actually be down even more than we are, but we're still in the mix.
We still have Anthony Edwards. 8 on ESPN, 8 on NBC, 6 on Prime, couple on Peacock as well, 3 on ABC, which that's big, including the Christmas game against the Thunder. And then they also play New Year's Eve, as you mentioned, against Denver. That's a 3 o'clock tip. They will also play on ML King Day in New York against the defending champs.
Knicks. How good is that?
And Karl Anthony Towns. The Krager's week.
Okay.
We should get ahead of this. Now we'll see. Ant may have already been traded by this point. Who knows? Tim Conley may have opted out of his contract. I don't know. But the last week of the regular season, we have 4 of our last 5 on the road. We wrap up the season Sunday against Houston. We'll see if Kevin Durant's there. But the 3 games before that are all in Los Angeles.
Wow.
Tuesday, April 6th, we play the Clippers. Wednesday, April 7th, and Friday, April 9th, we play the Lakers.
Back-to-back Lakers.
So that's a full week in L.A.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get Paul Majors involved.
You think he'd let us stay at his house?
No.
Oh.
I don't.
I don't either.
Majors might in Palm Springs.
There's better chance I think Majors.
A little bit of the drive, but not too bad.
Yeah, that's true.
So anyway, I've identified that as the Krager's week.
That could be a good week. Yeah, you're exactly right. That's very true.
And so I think that's about it on the Wolves schedule. The Lynx were up by 29 last night.
29 and almost blew it.
The lead got cut to 1.
Yeah. And then, was it McBride made a steal?
Exactly where I was going. McBuckets with a big steal, and they hang on to beat Portland. That was Timberwolvesian, to have an NBA in, because the games in the WNBA are shorter. That's one of the things I like about going. It's like soccer. You're done in 2 hours. There's not a lot of stuff going on because they have 10-minute quarters. It's quicker, right?
No doubt.
But so it's harder, my point is, to come back from a 29-point lead. But Portland almost did. But the Lynx got the victory.
Yeah, the quotes I saw, I expected like rage from Reeve But I didn't get that. I mean, the ones I saw were not as vicious as I thought they might be. It is worth noting a shorter practice day today for the Purple where we were yesterday. And we do, I think, most people think, well, actually, the head coach said both quarterbacks would play in the preseason opener against the Giants. I think the larger question might be other guys, like what do you do with Darisaw? What do you do with Justin Jefferson? That sort of thing. Because even in the night scrimmage, we held some people out of that. So I don't know. But it appears, meanwhile, the Bears are saying for their preseason opener, Caleb is not playing a snap. I think they're starting that my guy, Tyson Bagent.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's starting. And the other football news worth at least mentioning, there's a bunch of Chicago-based reporters.
I was going to get to this.
And one of them is basically alleging that that the deal that Indiana is offering is so sweet that the name of the team might be changed to the Indiana Bears. Now, that, I will tell you, I find literally unbelievable. I never thought it was unbelievable that they could play in Indiana, but I never thought in a million years that it would be possible that the team name would be changed, and I still don't know that I believe it.
Well, you will be heartened to know that as part of the press conference today that they had in Lake Forest, Illinois, your guy George McCaskey, the team chairman, said, no, we will be the Chicago Bears whether we're in Arlington or we're in Hammond.
Yeah, you can't. You can't do that.
No, you can't.
You can go to Indiana. I really believe you can, with everything else failing on you, but you cannot. I mean, it's suicide, in a sense, is it not? I mean, and why would you do it? And if Indiana says that's the only way you will accept this, call their bluff.
Yes.
That's not going to be a deal breaker.
Exactly right.
Yeah, so there's no chance.
There you go. There's our top 5 at 5.
All right, I got a couple leftover 2020 draft nuggets to get to and a couple of other texts to examine. And then we will, as I said, prepare for the inbox at the bottom of the hour.
You're listening to Barrero on The Fan.
From the 1-800-ASK-GARY Traffic Center. This report is sponsored by...
Mandela guy question regarding the Twins game tonight in Iowa, Field of Dreams. What if Buxton becomes the first person ever to break his hand after crashing into a cornfield trying to make a catch? Matt in Rosemount went down to Dyersville a couple years ago for one of their Field of Dream tournaments that they literally hold every single week. My 12-year-old son was being such a butthead that he refused to have a catch with me on the actual Field of Dreams field. He has no idea how deep he wounded me to this day.
Well, that was Ray Kinsella's, that was the whole part of the movie, right?
Yeah, that's true, actually.
The father and son tension.
And that happens. I mean, I don't think... Maybe give it another shot. Maybe he's further along at this point. Although the real insult would be if you went back and he did, years later, did the same thing.
He's like, Dad, I thought I made my point, a couple of years ago.
I'll push back on the ump thing. I think this motivates the umps to get it right and ignore the ridiculous framing crap. I don't buy that. I have more faith in the umpires than many of you out there.
I'm looking at Dazzle and Chris Atterbury go through the corn right now.
Are they doing it?
Yeah, what an idiot I am.
Well, I mean, if you can get Blakemore in and start leaving now, you can get it. I'm sure you can scalp a ticket.
Yeah.
At the game for, a decent price, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, probably.
So 4 hours?
Yeah.
What time's the game start? 7?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, you waited too long.
Just an idiot. I should have done the AAA game. That would have been cool, too.
I don't know about that.
Well, just to see this thing.
It's fine, yeah. It's fine.
I know. It doesn't.
This one's bigger.
Yeah, it's cool.
This one's better, I would say. 2020 National Basketball Association draft. How quickly we forget, I guess is the best way to put it. Let me refresh my... So most of you know that the Wolves had the number 1 pick that year. They selected Anthony Edwards out of the University of Georgia. As you mentioned, James Wiseman went second to Memphis. LaMelo Ball went third. And then Patrick Williams, Isaac Okoro.
Wow.
Onyeka Okongwu, Killian Hayes, Obi Toppin,
yeah,
who I want to get to play power forward, but I just don't think the Pacers are going to cooperate with us.
Was that a Tibbs pick?
Toppin went
next, right?
8. It's a good question. I don't know. It was, yeah, that's the team. Devin Vassell, name familiar to you?
Wow, yeah. I like him.
11. Tyrese Halliburton went 12.
That's a nice value pick.
You kidding me?
Jeez. 12th. Wow.
And does this one ring a bell? 21st pick in that draft, Tyrese Maxey. 21. And again, all this reinforces is even the experts don't always know.
It's crazy.
I mean, Maxey, there's people who swear by Maxey today as like a top 10 player. Now, he did not have a great playoff run.
Right.
But he's still young. He's an incredible scorer, right?
There's people wondering, like, is he going to get more looks than Jaylen Brown? Or, like, he's the guy that has to take a back seat. And people are wondering, is that the smartest thing?
Do you remember who was taken 28th in the draft that year?
What team? Does it say?
Yes, it's the Los Angeles Lakers. At least that technically drafted him, but didn't keep him.
I don't know.
Jaden McDaniels.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Yeah, of course. Another good Gerson pick.
Gerson. Yeah, I mean, he basically made this team is what he did. Desmond Bain, who didn't he just get a huge contract going into last season?
I think he did.
He was picked 30th in the draft. Peyton Pritchard.
Good player.
Yep. 26.
Yep.
I mean, you want to talk about value throughout this draft? It's insane almost. So maybe you do need to hold on to your draft choices.
Well, we don't have any left. So
that's the problem.
Ours are gone.
Yeah, ours are pretty much. Are they all gone at this point?
Most of them. I think all the ones we can trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are depleted.
Might be right about that. 64686, the Bradshaw and Bryant KFAN text line, referred to earlier today with some controversial text that came in almost off the top of the show. The Bradshaw and Bryant toxic text line.
I like that.
Bradshaw and Bryant. And some days it can be toxic. If they move to Hammond, if the Bears move to Hammond, they must change their name to the Eggs. Don't think that's going to happen, but I get the bit.
Yeah.
On the Bill Simmons podcast a few weeks ago, the Ringer guys and Bill did a 2020 redraft, and Halliburton was mentioned to be taken over at number 1 in the draft. If it was today, thoughts? I would be stubborn. At the risk of being called a homer, I would still stick with Ant.
I would too.
Halliburton's really good. Now he's coming off a significant injury, right?
Yes.
I would still
have Ant.
I would put Ant there myself, but he's a very unconventional player with Halliburton, but he is a great player.
Yeah, I mean, he took a team to the finals.
There's not any question. And then again, we'll never know. They might have won Game 7 if he hadn't gotten hurt, right? It's the reality of it. Where were we here? I don't remember the Shabazz Muhammad game. Is it Larry Mandela guy earlier? But if you want to talk about completely unexpected performances, look no further than Corey Brewer putting up 51. Yeah, that's true.
That was a big one, too.
Didn't Willie Burton once score more than 50 in an NBA game?
With the Sixers. Yeah.
Was it the Sixers?
I think he still holds the Sixers record, if I'm not mistaken.
He's back in this market now, right? Is he doing some Gopher stuff?
He's
University of
around
Minnesota?
the team.
Okay.
Yeah, he's back in school at the U. I think working on his doctorate.
Adam in White Bear Lake with an interesting question related to a couple of different subjects explored earlier. Dan, why does it seem that it's always the Minnesota teams that get screwed with a salary cap or apron or whatever you want to call it?
Yeah, Parisian Suter.
The Wild with Parisian Suter. Then the CBA changes on length of contract. Then the Wolves after the Gobert trade. The CBA changes and introduces a second apron.
It's true.
What did we do wrong to the sports gods?
Someone's got to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah. Yeah, the timing in both cases not particularly good because the projections were more optimistic for those years for the NHL cap. And I don't know how much buzz there was about the possibility of that second apron designation coming into the NBA.
Every time I brought
it was
that
bad
up,
timing.
I'll get texts from people that say, well, that was the worst kept secret ever. They shouldn't have been surprised by that. They should have known that the
ladder?
The second apron was going to come. I don't remember. I don't remember it being a huge talking point at the time. It's probably a lesson learned. Now, especially, you need to be more locked in on the labor stuff. We'll do that with baseball here coming up.
Well, speaking of that, like in baseball, the Dodgers, if there was an apron system in baseball, the Dodgers would be in the third apron, wouldn't they? Or maybe even the fourth.
I'd say the fifth.
Yeah, because they're lapping the field.
I'm trying to think at what point, if they had a second apron, would they have, which last $400 million contract would they have, which would have been their last one that they could have signed? Because they've got 6 of them, right? And now they have Scooble, and they're going to have to sign him to the next one.
Scooble.
So the second apron thing really hurt. And Hein brought up the 24 team. I remember saying it at the time when they
loved that team.
Well, when they didn't win that series against Dallas. You're never going to have a better opportunity than home court advantage in the Western Conference Finals against a 5 seed with Luka and Kyrie. And we get it. Kyrie's great. Luka is obviously Luka, and we know how that thing went. But you may never in the rest of your lives have a setup like that. And winnable game as that. We lost that series in 5, right? Yes,
but it wasn't like we were routed in the series.
No,
it's misleading. Yep. There were games there waiting to be won.
1 and 2
that we didn't. Yeah, exactly it. Which we just didn't take care of business.
Now 2 is the mythic Luka Rudy shot that we've all seen 5 million times. Game 1, they were basically kind of ahead the whole game, but it was just, I remember being there. It was just a weird vibe, and obviously you're coming off. It's 2 days after you beat Denver in Denver, in just an absolute bloodbath of a series. So there is. I do think there is a human toll and a human cost. Shows you how hard it is to win a title, that they had to come back and play a pretty fresh Dallas team that was ready to go, and the Wolves weren't. And I think at the end of all of it, we're going to look back at that as that was their, because that
might well be true.
That team, we forget, was the number 1 seed all year in the West. They were a wagon from December on. Talking about the Wolves,
and it was the number 1 defense.
Yes.
Literally, not top 5. It was the best defense in basketball, and that was a lot of their calling card.
We're going to look back on that, I think, unfortunately.
Turned on my radio, writes Beth from Minneapolis, and was stunned and happy to hear you guys actually talk some baseball during the baseball season. Dan, the game starts at 6:30. See you at the State Fair. Okay, I'll take your word for it. 6:30, not 7. You told me 7. Or maybe I said 7 and you agreed.
I know that the stuff starts at 6:30 on Netflix.
It's just on Netflix, right?
Correct.
This is only on, you got to have Netflix.
Correct.
To get this game. I'm sure there's a way to pirate it. We always hear from people who do things that way illegally, but it's a Netflix baseball game. All right, bottom of the hour pause right now. Dr. Dan's inbox is coming up. 64686, Bradshaw and Bryant KFAN text line. Don't send me any more of your Dr. Dan letters. You can continue to send them to Gaardsy, JG at KFAN.com for consideration. Back with that controversial segment next.
This is why, during football season, you have got to listen live.
The Vikings have named Kyler Murray their starting.
Late done as entry for the final half hour of the program. We'll be back at TCO Performance Center twice next week after a very productive visit yesterday for us. Included a great conversation including the host of the program, Pat Kessler, and the bagman himself, Lester Bagley.
We respect our friends in the bird community.
I'm not even sure he pulled that off with a straight face.
No,
or
he
was
did
that us laughing? I don't remember.
We respect our friends in the bird community.
Yeah, we kind of stepped on his touchdown call.
Have you taken an email from the Audubon Society?
Not that I've seen, but I've been inundated with Dr. Dan's inbox letters, so.
I'm ready to start. Let's get her going, shall we?
It's time for Dr. Dan's Inbox.
Oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day.
Every Thursday, usually around 4:30, unless we have the exit interview with Chris Hine or Dan Talks Politics, then it's a little bit later.
Brought to you by
tonight. Brought to you by Nobody. Would love a sponsor for the fall. Apparently, we're getting seasonal boost-like ratings right now, too. I don't know if Abbott told you.
No.
That. He told me that a couple of days ago.
Well, don't we usually this time of year?
But even more so.
More than normal.
It's almost like August has become the new September or October.
Interesting.
I mean, we're always good. It's
good to hear.
We don't need fake humility. We're always fine. We're always good. But in the fall, obviously, you get the seasonal boost because of the Vikings. Apparently, the boosts come early. I don't know if it was LeBron. I don't know if it was World Cup, Brett Blakemore's appearances, but we're killing it.
Combination of all those things.
It'd be a great time to jump in.
Yeah. If not now, when?
And Dr. Dan's Inbox is a nice piece of real estate.
And we love all of our long-standing loyal sponsors for sure. But there's always room for more or room for expansion among those who've been so loyal to us.
Dan, you're exactly right. Dear Dr. Dan, why the heck is my brother sending the team to Dyersville, Iowa? We're not going to make any money from this. In fact, I think we're losing money. Did you see how many buses we had to charter to get down there? He's exploding the team payroll, and I don't get it. I think it's time to right-size again. This, I don't think we've heard from him.
No.
Jay Polad.
We have not heard from Jay Polad at all.
Jay Polad.
Well, I will say this. I think I asked this last week. Dr. Dan is looking forward to the first media jackal who gets an interview with Jay Polad. Because let's be clear about something. Jay Polad has been savaged directly, subtly, indirectly, not just by the rabble, but by members of his own family, right? By what they've said, even if they don't necessarily name him. So the next Jay Polad interview, I would look forward to. I think, does he defend himself? Does he say, maybe my brother has got a point? Maybe I could have learned a couple things there? Or does he say, don't fall for this nonsense? All it is it's a good cop, bad cop routine. We're all in on it, and it'll all come out in the wash. Don't think that we're on the brink of adding $50 million to the payroll. We might be adding 6 here or 7 there, but that's the extent of it. Because I don't think he's spoken, has he?
I don't think he has.
Well, he's spoken, but I don't know we've heard from him.
Right.
How many buses did they need?
A lot. I don't know. I didn't count them, but the video went on.
Can't you fly to Dyersville?
Not really. I mean, you could. I'm sure they have a cornfield airport somewhere.
Yeah.
Dubuque.
What's the closest airport? Dubuque?
Does
major
Dubuque
airport?
have an airport?
I don't know.
Quad
You
Cities?
tell me. You're the Iowa guy.
Not that side. Not that side of the state.
Quad Cities, yeah, I'm not sure. I think they do.
I bet the Quad Cities has an airport. Dear Dr. Dan, hearing all about the sons and fathers having a catch at the Field of Dreams tonight sounds fun, but my dad is actually pretty shy and kind of a homebody. Would you be willing to fill in and have a catch with me, Dr. Dan? I have several different smooth rides to choose from that could get us to Iowa very quickly. This is from L. Ball. P.S. Careful eating hot dogs down there. Doc Graham is not going to show up, I'm told.
God, this is a really good ethical question. What if the only chance you had to get there was to be driven by L. Ball? How secure, knowing his reputation.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Would you say, come on, he's not going to mess around. Plus, I'll be in the car with the newest Timberwolf. I want to find out how this is going to go. I want to get to know the guy.
It'd be good for work purposes for sure.
Yeah, it would.
I mean, once you get on those 2-lane Iowa roads, you can really go.
Well, my concern would be how often he would try to pass.
Well, a lot.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm not sure I trust him.
And if we knew we weren't going to get pulled over, then I would probably take him up on it. I think it'd be good. I would go. Yeah. I think I would go. I wonder how fast he could actually get there for sure.
Odds that he replaces Mike Conley as our once every 3 to 4 weeks Wolves guest during the season.
I would say, nothing is impossible.
Yeah.
Kevin Garnett said that. By the way, I didn't mention that in the top 5. Dane Moore is hearing Feb 28 for the KG ceremony. Feb 28.
What's the significance of Feb 28? Do we know?
Among other things, they are hosting the Boston Celtics.
Oh, okay.
That's what he's hearing. They will announce it officially tomorrow.
Tomorrow's the day?
They're milking it, yeah. They're milking the KG
Feb 28.
It's a Sunday night. So that doesn't help us for the cage purposes.
Okay.
Although that might be irrelevant anyway. 6 o'clock. Let me hit this again. Go.
It's time for Dr. Dan's Inbox.
Letters. Oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day.
Dear Dr. Dan, are you feeling bloated? If you ask a question, you should get a simple, straightforward answer. Instead, it's endless green piles of Coach salad with balsamic vinaigrette, honey mustard, ranch Caesar. The list goes on, just like your questions and his answers. The only variety I've noticed lately is Kay O'Connell has sprinkled in a little Pelf salad when answering questions about the path of number 9. Either way, it's too much. Do you miss today's Dr. Dan, where if you asked a question, you got an entree for an answer? Hey, Coach, do you want to see this QB play? Not particularly. I see him every day. Hey, Coach, why'd you let the kicker go? Did you see the game? Those are satisfying answers that you can make a meal of. But here's the question for you to chew on, Dr. Dan. What would it take for Kay O'Connell to reply to a question with, he's got big balls? This from M. Zimmer.
I don't think it's beyond the realm of possibility. If the Vikings start like 9-2 and Kyler looks like a Heisman Trophy winner, I think he might loosen him up a little bit. Now he might regret it later, but he's never going to be Zim, and that's not necessarily all bad.
Right.
It's different personalities, that's for sure. By the way, this is not going to make you feel any better. My dad and I are listening to you on the way to the Field of Dreams game. The weather is beautiful as of now, not trying to rub anything in.
Enjoy it with your dad. I'm glad you get to go.
Because you were trying to, it's going to rain anyway. It's going to be called off. Just to make yourself feel better, he's saying it's beautiful. Now, of course, they're not there yet, I wouldn't say. But
yeah, they might want to get there.
What was the question again?
Zimmer, KOC, big balls.
Well, I think we got him going enough where we got a little bit more natural KOC the other day when he joined us at the Perch. Dan Patrick got him going a little bit more natural, where he gets that sort of annoyance factor going.
The voice goes up an octave.
Voice goes up, like, that's not even close to being true.
Yep.
So I think that's what we have to nurture. And that means trying to get him going a little bit, I think. Keeping it playful enough, because if you go back to the M. Zimmer days when he was on with us a lot, weekly for many years, it would be, you had to pick your spots, but if you played with him a little bit, you could kind of have some fun with it, right? A couple times. You couldn't count on that every week, obviously, depending on the circumstances.
There were some incredible weeks.
But there were some weeks where it was, you could kind of get him going if you did it in a real artful way. That was fun. I miss those. If you're in this business, obviously the one thing you try to avoid or resist when all possible is word salad. We're all capable of it. Some coaches more than others. But when you get away from it, M. Tice didn't speak in word salad. Sometimes that got him in trouble. Part of the reason a lot of coaches use the vinaigrette is what? It's safer.
It's true.
I may not be as interesting, but I'm not going to get myself in trouble. I'm not going to make myself part of the story, and I don't need it. I got to worry about coaching my team. There's a reason word salad is tried and true. It's just the rest of us don't have to necessarily enjoy it.
It's time for Dr. Dan's Inbox.
Letters. Oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day.
Dear Dr. Dan, do you have Pete Kessler or M. Lindell's phone number. I'm wondering if they can get a hold of the ballots for the QB position and recount them. I've got the most experience with the playbook. I don't have a homework clause in my contract like QB1 now does. If all else fails, we all know you just chuck it in the direction of Jay Jefferson. Please help Jay McCarthy. You want to recount anomalies.
Well, we're all assuming, are we not? This is a vote of one, right? I know we have assistant coaches and we got offensive coordinators and we have, but this
quarterbacks, coaches.
It's a vote of one. Teasley is the X factor, right? I don't think we yet know where he fits into this sort of thing. The assumption is he would be in on this conversation. The irony, of course, is he didn't bring K. Murray here, right? That was already done before Teasley was hired, correct?
Yes, I believe so.
So, deep down, who knows what he's saying all the right things. I'm not sure. But I think it's, you're asking for a recount of one because this is all on, I don't, put it this way. I don't think K. Adolfo Mensa can be blamed for whatever decision this is, right? He gets blamed for everything else, but I guess he could still be blamed if you say, well, if he'd done the other stuff right, we wouldn't be in this position in the first place. But don't you think this is strictly a KOC call?
Yes. Yeah, he's close. He's the QB whisperer.
Yeah.
That's what he's been dubbed.
Should we have done a word salad State Fair t-shirt?
Oh.
But how would you
Yeah, I don't know.
reveal it? What would be on it?
Just word salad?
Word salad with, I
don't know.
A Caesar salad on it or something? Yeah, I think you need a hook on it, I think, to make it work. But anyway.
It's time.
Or maybe it'd be like, people have made Bill Guerin's meatballs t-shirts.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a KOC word salad where KOC's presenting the salad.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't think he'd like that, though.
Bill Guerin, by the way, joining you at the fair on Friday, August 28th.
You're not even there that day, are you?
I'm there that day.
Oh.
Yeah.
What day are you going to miss?
Thursday, September 3rd. Gophers.
Is that the opener?
That's the opener.
Okay.
The second Thursday. I'll be there every other weekday.
Excellent.
Yeah. I only missed the one every year.
What? You missed 2 or 3 last year, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I don't think so.
You didn't?
I don't know why I would have.
And I don't think we're getting preempted by any Vikings. Usually we get one. Oh, no. There is a Vikings Friday preseasoner, but we're done at 6. We only gain a half hour from it because it's a game. It's an 8 o'clock start.
Oh, that's a shame.
That's what my sources said.
Yeah, I remember you were talking about that with Adam.
Yeah.
Where did I want to go next? Dear Dr. Dan, what in the wide world of sports is going on? I signed with the Eye Fever and get to play alongside one of the sport's greatest sensations, C. Clark, and wisely buddy up with her, which immediately raises my platform. While I can hit a 3 from time to time, what I'm best at is being the W Basketball Association's version of the NHL's enforcer. I take cheap shots on and off the court, troll my opponents, and make a ton of money for it. And for the most part, I get away with it in the media and my fan base because of my wicked good looks, and I'm part of C. Clark and L. Hall. I've thoroughly enjoyed the success and the cash cow that is my trolling nature, but now it's getting a little hard. Don't people see that I'm an enforcer who enforces with love? And why can't we just stick to basketball, Dr. Dan? This from S. Cunningham.
Well, it's interesting you bring S. Cunningham in, that she's writing to us. Is it time to change Dejanay Carrington's first name
to
Draymond? She's involved now in 2 other hard-to-the-face fouls. Amazingly, I don't think C. Clark or S. Cunningham are involved in either of these.
Interesting.
But did you see this happened yesterday? I think last night.
Wow.
She's on a roll, man. So I think she's getting very perilously close to Draymond territory. So you can still go D. It's just instead of Dejanay, it would be Draymond. But take a look at them if you get a chance. They are
that's unfortunate.
Across, on the perimeter again, kind of across the face. Now she's always been edgy, and she's always been on the edge on some of her foul calls.
She helped the Lynx last year.
It appears to be viral. that extent. Seems to me she's on some kind of a roll there. What was the question again?
Why can't
it was
we stick
related
to basketball?
To that. Yeah, well,
basically.
Trying. That's exactly what we're trying to do.
Lynx, by the way, back in action. They beat Portland last night. We mentioned it in the top 5. I didn't mention that they have another showdown game in Vegas against the Aces on Saturday night.
Okay.
Saturday night, another national TV
Our
game.
gap, I mean, we're in pretty good shape in terms of being in the top position, correct? Or is it still pretty close?
Well,
I thought it was like a 3 or 4 game lead.
Yeah, that's what it has been. My computer is slow. We are 3 games ahead of the Valkyrie. The Aces are in the 3rd spot now, 4.5 games behind us. And right behind them, a game and a half behind the Aces, the Indiana Fever. The Indiana Fever.
Yeah,
Those
they're
are your
coming.
top 4.
They're definitely coming.
The Lynx, the Valkyries, the Aces, and the Fever.
It's time for Dr. Dan's Inbox.
Letters. Oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day.
Dear Dr. Dan, with all the hype about the M Twins playing in the F of
Hold on a
Dreams
second.
game
Hold on
tonight-
a second. Little League Challenge.
Oh, really?
They
Little
got
League?
challenges in Little League. Play at first base. Did the runner beat the throw or not? And I don't know what the original call looks like. Safe. It's being appealed. I didn't even realize they had those appeals in Little League World Series.
I
Did
remember,
you?
yes. I think we talked about it. I don't know when they started it, but you got to get it right. It's the Little League World Series.
I think the call's correct. Well, ooh, it might. Ooh, as PA would say, it's close. Big call, by the way.
Who's playing?
I think this is this the Washington, D.C. versus somebody game? I don't know. They're doing so many, the replay so many times that I can't even tell. It'll come to me in a minute. And I think, oh, no, this is another game. The previous game, I think, involved Washington. I'll let you know once they actually put the teams on the scoreboard.
Dear Dr. Dan, with all the hype over the Twins playing at the F of Dreams game tonight, it got me thinking, what other infamous cinematic sporting events could we try to replicate? I think there's one obvious choice. It has to be the greatest sports movie ever made, Hoosiers. But given the logistics, it's probably unlikely you could play a game at the Hickory High School gymnasium, mostly because Hickory High doesn't exist. So what's the next best option? That's right. The greatest sports city in the world, Indianapolis.
Hinkle.
And the greatest and most revered basketball venue of all time. You know where this is going, don't you, Dr. Dan? It's already built. Of course they will come. H. Fieldhouse.
You can mock all the Indianapolis mythology all you want, but that's a special place. It just is. Sorry. You may not like it. You may be annoyed by it. You may say, well, not the barn. It's not the barn. It's got better history than the barn does.
Does it?
Well, I might be exaggerating that a little bit.
It has the same epic high school
Definitely
state
same
championship.
vibe.
Yeah.
That's true. Montana 7, Utah 3. That's the Mountain Region elimination game. But I didn't see. Oh no, they upheld the safe. The runners at first base. Two states that don't much like one another, Montana and Utah.
Well, what is funny is an El Mandela guy just wrote that letter, the H. Fieldhouse, and in the parentheses after he did mention, as I'm writing it, I remembered that the NBA Cup Finals are at Hinkle this year, so they're basically doing that. They're basically stealing baseball's material, except this is an in-season tournament championship.
How many standout professional basketball players grew up dreaming of playing an NBA game at Hinkle? It's endless. The number's absolutely, I mean, it's just been proven time and time again. Go back and read some of the stories.
I guess I'll have to take your word for it, yeah. This is the year, somebody texted me today, this is the year the Wolves go, and they win it. After they've had it in Vegas for 3 years, a fun place to visit. And
well, at least there's some basketball history in Indianapolis. There's none in Vegas.
Yeah.
Summer League, oh, we're happy for you. But do you have to play the slots? I mean, does it always have to be the place where there's gambling and glamour?
Glamour, yes. Gambling, I don't need.
Okay.
But the glamour, the food, the lights, I love it. Dear Dr. Dan, when you think you've seen it all, you have a day where you realize you haven't. Last Friday, things were going pretty well. Then he showed up. I had heard the baseball circus was going to be at T Field, but unfortunately, he showed up in my line. He was wearing nothing but a Savannah banana hammock, asking to get into practice. I said, "Sir, where are your credentials?" He replied, "I guess I don't have it with me." I said, "Sir, you don't even have any pockets to put it in." He said, "I really don't want to flex, but you should know who I am." I simply said, "I don't want to see you flex, bend over, or do anything. Back it up and get out of here." Any idea who this may have been, Dr. Dan? This from the TCO security guard.
Oh, that's too good. Well, did we learn? I'm going to ask Lavelle about this tomorrow. Did we learn a little bit about the differences in personality between P. Kessler and L. Neal? Because they were both in similar credential positions, correct?
Yes.
And one of them just gave up meekly.
Almost immediately.
The other one said, I'm getting in. I'm getting in one way or the other. And one of them is known to be a very tenacious reporter. That's all I'm going to say.
Another one along the same lines. Dear Dr. Dan, it's been 4 weeks, and despite an extensive search, I'm fully convinced that there has never been any quesadilla ever, and that's just a made-up word from L.E. Neal the Third. We're getting a quesadilla one every week.
Well, somebody still wanted a quesadilla T-shirt, too, right? But I think that ship has sailed. I got distracted during that letter by a text regarding a report. Well, I hesitate to even say. Is something called heavy.com legit?
I think so. I've seen stories about it before, or from it before. What's the report?
Well, according to Adam and White Bear Lake, it's that McCarthy is uncoachable according to a player on the team. I'm going to need a little bit more depth and detail on that. Now, I'm not saying it's not possibly true, but that's a new one on me. Had you heard that one?
No, but there's a lot of oral histories being written this week just about things that have led to the Vikings souring on JJ, specifically KOC.
Yeah.
There's a lot I got to get caught up on in that regard. Because it's the classic, now that it's been decided, now we're unloading.
Well, it's Kwesi all over again, except that he's still here, but people now feel they have permission to let loose. And that doesn't mean some of it's not legitimate and true. I just think it is amusing how quickly we go from, you can't give up on him, and, he didn't have a great season, but he had injuries, to now, basically, he's the worst quarterback prospect in the history of pro football quarterback prospects. It goes, and similarly, 2 days ago, everybody, including Star Tribune, was basically saying, nobody's winning this job.
Right. JJ was better Sunday.
The announcements made, check the headline, the Star Tribune. Here's the 9 things that, whatever the number was, that Kyler has done that cemented him being the guy. And it's like this gate opens, and everything at that point goes from 0 to 10, and I tend to not trust it, negative or positive. But you were saying?
Here's just a real quick one that came in. This is a real time. We talked about it 4 minutes ago, and here's a letter. Dear Dr. Dan, you talked about Jay Gard missing a lot of shows over the years from the M State Fair. I think it's diminished much more than you realize, mostly because despite our repeated requests for future visits, he no longer joins us annually for dinner at the U.S. Open. A and H Baldwin. For those catching up, that's Alec and Hilaria Baldwin.
How many years ago was that? You're still milking it.
I mean, my wife was pregnant with our second kid.
That's a long time.
So that was 2018.
That's a long.
That was 2018.
That's a long time. By the way, if
Gaardsy Jackman a couple years ago.
If Gaardsy likes Vegas, just go with the Power Trip. They're there quarterly. That's from Hendo.
I know. I can't afford to go as often as they do. I don't get included. I'd love to. We got 3 variations of this one. Dear Dr. Dan, we hope L. Bagley walks into one of those ugly glass doors at U.S. Bank Stadium. Cold regards from the A Society. Dear Dr. Dan, I want L. Bagley's address and an estimate as to how long to get there from S Street. That from B Bird. And Dear Dr. Dan, this is my favorite one. The number keeps tallying each year, but as time goes on, we become old news despite the same horrifying issue remaining. Not just we become old news, but we become a punchline for L. Bagley's cheap shots on the perch. I guess he got what he wanted with the stadium with no help from T. Paulenti. Super Bowl, and now the draft. He feels he can get away with whatever he wants. Pete Kessler's in his back pocket, even though he used to advocate for us, but no one seems to care. No respect.
Yeah.
This from the bee community.
Yeah, the
We
bee community.
respect our friends in the bird community.
You know the
It's
second best line?
That one was pretty good. What's the second one?
Well, the second best line was when L. Bagley said, the study, he cited some study that he probably funded that said it was 100 birds a year,
Instead
right?
of like 2.3 million.
And Kessler, I don't know if you caught this, when Kessler goes, one is too many.
Yeah, that's true.
It was such
One is
perfect
too many.
Kessler.
That's so
it was
true.
just perfect Kessler.
Well, I will, and he, as we talked about yesterday, he did remind Kessler of the time that he called him or texted him after a report.
Yep.
Almost immediately. Bitter. I would not want to get on L. Bagley's bad side.
No, God, no.
Because part of what he's figured out, and we is part of what made the conversation so good yesterday, is he's perfectly prepared to play the heavy.
Yes.
It's the old deal of, it's like when agents say to the player, don't get in the middle of this. I'll be the bad guy. That's my job. I'll take all that on, and I can deal with it, because I've dealt with it before. And I think that's part of his strength, is he I don't think it's going to work on him. I don't think he's going to toss and turn and say, was I a little too tough on Kessler or whoever?
Right.
He's going to go, bleep it. That's part of that's what I got to do. I might not even believe all of it, but that's what I got to deliver if I want to get.
He's got a job.
If I want to get, at the end of the day, the pot of money or the stadium, whatever the case may be, I got to do what I got to do.
What do we say? It's not show friends.
That's it.
It's show business, and L. Bagley understands it.
Excellent contributions from the audience as usual today. We'll come back with a late breaking done as a society item. You're going to like this one, I think, when we return.
We respect our friends in the bird community.
Bumper to Bumper with Dan Barrero on The Fan.
From the 1-800-ASK-GARY Traffic Center.
This report is sponsored by...
Lawyer Tom, for the word salad t-shirt, you show a large salad bowl with words and or phrases jumbled in it, like synergy and optimization and collaboration.
Intentionality.
Community, alignment. Then you have KOC and others surround the bowl, each with their own set of tongs, taking turns tossing the words. That's not bad, actually. That's not bad at all. The ship, I think, might have sailed already. Although I don't know. You never say never in this business, right? When it comes to
we can be very nimble.
But that's a good realization of the idea, right? Of the dream, shall we say?
This is the end, my only friend, the end.
Give me a bleeping break. That is my reaction to this. I still can't even believe this is actually happening. An attorney representing Washington Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels.
Yep. I knew where you were going.
Has informed LSU that it can no longer use his name, image, and likeness, according to an August 5 letter sent to the Tigers athletic director. ESPN obtained a copy of the letter yesterday. At the center of the dispute is that the Tigers are allowing sophomore cornerback DJ Pickett to wear the number 5 jersey that Daniels wore when he became LSU's third Heisman Trophy winner in 2023. While Daniels' jersey hasn't been retired by the Tigers, his first-time player has worn 5 since he left the program for the NFL. The Daniels family is deeply I almost can't even read this. Deeply disappointed and feels profoundly disrespected by LSU's decision to give Jaden's number to another player. Jaden and his family had every reason to believe that his number would remain a meaningful part of his LSU legacy and will be honored and protected in recognition of his extraordinary contributions to the university. It's almost like I receive a letter like this. I don't want to give you any credit for any of your contribution. I want to go the other direction. This is ridiculous. Now, the comeback to it by, I think it was Lane Kiffin, was this was some kind of a promise by the previous regime,
yes.
Right? By Brian Kelly?
Yes, and he wanted the honor, which, by the way, Kiffin, in my opinion, needs to explain nothing.
I agree.
Like, the fact that he feels like he has to go this far, to me, is insane.
I honestly,
I know.
I can't imagine anything that a player who so far has had a really good reputation as a pro could do to sully that reputation. Get over yourself, for God's sake. I guess we shouldn't be surprised necessarily. And you can speak more than me to how often numbers are retired in college. I didn't think it hardly ever happened.
No, there's 105 guys on every team.
It's just ridiculous.
It's almost impossible to retire numbers. And the name, image, and likeness stuff, I could maybe see his point. I kind of understand it. Yeah, I think that's more explainable.
Correct.
But I'm offended that you let somebody else wear my number is insane behavior, and it makes him look like an idiot.
A complete jackass.
Whoever's driving this is not helping out their client.
Just shake your head and all the crap going on, even just in the toy department, let alone outside. And you're really, with a straight face, going to have your representatives send this letter? I can't, again, imagine anybody doing anything more damaging to their own reputation.
It's
and you go,
just bizarre.
It's just, even if internally that's how you feel, it's not worth it because of the way what you reveal about yourself. Oh my God.
There's so many. Well, first of all, even at that school, I'm pretty sure somebody's worn Joe Burrow's number.
Yeah.
And Joe Burrow had orchestrated maybe the greatest college football season ever that's ever happened. Justin Jefferson was a part of it. It's just so impractical. I have a hard time even getting my mind in a reasonable place to try to understand why this is even a thing. Why this didn't die on the vine when it was brought up. It's like there's 105 kids on every team.
How many years was he at LSU?
Like a couple, maybe one, because he was a transfer.
I think it was one.
Yeah.
And again, it was a great year.
He won the Heisman.
But maybe I listened to this and, well, he was one of those guys who, kept getting extra years. He was there 7 years.
Right.
Became such a fixture
won 2
at the
national
university.
titles.
It's like, is anybody defending him on this?
No.
Nobody should.
I've been listening to some college shows today, and they're obviously all talking about it. And that was what one of them said was, I can't find anybody that is sympathetic to the Jaden Daniels cause here. It just makes no sense.
No, it almost I want to give him the benefit of the doubt and say somebody put this in his head, or a rep just did it on his or her own, without him even knowing about it, saying no, we got to take a stand on this sort of thing. Because if it's him who signed off on this, shame on him. I mean, it's just get over yourself. It isn't all the adulation you've received in college and since you became a pro, that's not enough. You don't get stroked enough every bleeping day that you got. Well, how could they possibly do that number? It's a bad one. And ultimately, you'd like to think somebody within his family, perhaps.
Sounds like his mom is one of his representatives or one of his agents.
Yeah.
And they think she might be behind part of it as well.
It's a wonderful thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brutal. This is, when I read it, I had the same reaction you did. I said, I can't believe this is what we're worried about.
I thought at first, again, it was, all right, is this an AI generated thing? Because you get these quotes all the time, and you go, stuff that's been put in the mouth of the WNBA commissioner that she has said, and that seems plausible on the basis of her own history, but it was totally made up. It was invented by an AI satire machine, But this one apparently is real. All right, let's get one more break in. We'll come back, review a very busy program today, and prepare you for the Friday football beast. All of that coming up.
You're listening to Barrero.
Bumper to bumper show wrap.
Want to thank an outstanding array of guests that included an in-studio visit with Chris Hine, who's covered the Timberwolves for the last many years. What did he tell us? 8 years, I think?
Yeah, about 8.5.
In that range for the Star Tribune. This is his last week as a Star Tribune staffer. I think he's wrapping up here on Friday. He has taken a job with the Philadelphia Inquirer and will be there, of course, not surprisingly, covering the Sixers and LeBron James, as it turns out. We had a nice, 45, 50 minutes with him on some of his memories, some of his recollections, some of his own impressions about the Wolves' past, present, and future, too. That might be worth a little bit of your time. Early, grim discussion of really the facts of as far as what we know of them regarding the Hopkins tragedy that played out yesterday. We're getting more information on the perpetrator, who then ended up killing himself, according to authorities. Bloom joined us at about 3:30 with some of the new details that have emerged on that particular horrific domestic situation gone wrong. How many times does it end up being, as much as we talk about strangers and stories like this, it's often a domestic story gone bad, a mind snapping in this case, and that seems to be where we're at with that. That was, as I said, with Bloom at about 3:30. Dr. Dan's inbox, letters, plenty of good ones between 5:30 and 6 o'clock today. We talked early about this being the anniversary, going all the way back to this date in 1973, of the Time magazine cover story celebrating the great state of Minnesota. And we had some fun with that early. Not surprisingly, it did turn toxic pretty quickly, but that's okay.
Really fast.
That's fine. It's part of the deal.
Almost immediately.
People can have opinions. That's okay. That's legal. Tomorrow is the Friday Football Beast, so we're assuming Gessling will help us, dare we say it, preview the Vikings preseason opener, in which both the number 1 and number 2 quarterbacks are expected to play, at least for a period of time. It's a noon game on the Fan Saturday, correct?
You got it.
Against the Giants. We expect Lavelle tomorrow, and who knows what else. Now, is Lavelle in Dyersville?
I don't think I've seen anything from him.
No, that's true. You haven't.
Yeah.
So we'll follow up on that. Somebody said that Blyleven was part of the pregame festivities. Is that true? Burt Blyleven?
I don't know.
He circled himself. I don't know how he did that on the broadcast, or he did a crop circle.
Maybe a crop circle.
I have absolutely no idea. What's the latest update on the weather? Because it was supposed to be very threatening tonight.
The last tweet I saw from somebody there that had as the Twins were, of course, walking out of the corn onto the field.
Okay.
It looked really nice. It looked like everything was fine. So I don't know what the forecast says after that, but it seems like everything's in order right now.
Okay.
And they're ready to go.
That works for me then. It'd be a shame.
Bradley on the mound.
Yes, it'd be a shame if the thing didn't get in.
So I guess what
you got to
would
get
happen,
the game in, right?
If it didn't get in tonight, the teams would bus to Cedar Rapids to stay, which is not that close of a drive. I guess it's not too far. And then play the game tomorrow. They do have contingency plans.
Oh, they do. Yeah, I guess they have to.
Yeah, you
much.
have to.
So no ABS tonight. I was informed yesterday. Not surprising because of the limitations of where you are technologically. But, you know, given how quickly that's become a part embedded in baseball this year, right? The
Big
appeals. Pretty successful, I guess. That does make it kind of interesting, but maybe it's easier as a throwback then. Or maybe there's just no choice. I hope nobody's going to protest on that basis. What does the place hold?
Not
games?
many. Maybe 5,000 to 7,000.
5,000 to 7,000?
Yeah, they just have, I don't quote me on that,
Right.
but it's just the main grandstand, and then they got a couple extra sets of bleachers down the line. It's not very big, which is why tickets were expensive.
Yeah.
As they should be.
Yeah, that makes some sense.
Yeah.
Who we playing? I don't even remember.
The Phillies.
Oh, it's the Phillies, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Fan on Demand on the air, I'm assuming, will follow tonight. Is that correct?
You got it.
And as I said, we'll have plenty of on the Friday Football Beast. We're obligated, I think, to have a decent amount of football. But we'll mix and match, as, of course, only we